Hello and welcome to Cinemania. My name is Ellis Charles Hoffmeister, and this is a video series. I almost said video diary, and then I felt very like Sex and the City, which happy Pride, we're getting Samantha back for 2 seconds at the end of And Just Like That. So you only have to suffer through a whole season of And Just Like That to get to Kim Cattrall. That's where my brain is tonight, so I will watch all of it, let's be honest. Many thoughts. But anyway, so tonight what I have to talk about is 2 films that I watched this week, which were Terrifier 2 and The Amusement Park. So the Leon, I don't know, sequel to Terrifier, to his Terrifier, the continuation of the Art the Clown saga. But now we get a character that I can't remember who is the lead female protagonist, who is awesome, and the film is kind of based around her. There was so much going on in that movie, let's just be honest. There was a lot going on. I had a good time, but it was, it was like an hour longer than the first one. And while the kills were a lot of fun and there were a lot of things I loved about it, there were parts of it where I was like, okay, like this feels long. But it's now streaming on Peacock, so you can watch it if you want to watch the grossest movie of the year. I mean, it's a lot of intense, bloody violence, and it's fun because they basically went around the MPAA and didn't want to, chance getting an NC-17, which I'm pretty sure it would have gotten, because they didn't need to, because they didn't do it with the studio, and they crowdfunded it, and they put it in theaters, and then it did really well. It did like $10 million on, I think, like a $350 million budget. So it went really, really well, and I'm waiting for Terrifier 3. I'm excited for when that will happen. I will say that Terrifier 2, to me, felt really long. I already said that, but it did feel really long, whereas the original is like, it feels pretty tight. Some people were saying, there were scenes in the sequel, people were fainting and freaking out, and it was a lot, and they were just like, ugh. But the truth was, like, to me, nothing beats the original and that one scene, where there is a big death scene in Terrifier 2 that is really extreme, as are pretty much all the kills in these film series. But there's one that I think was the scene where people were like, oh, I can't. And I was like, I don't know. That scene in the first one was a lot. And even when rewatching that film, when it gets to that scene, you're just like, damn, they just did that. So Terrifier 2, if you're a fan of just horror and bloodshed and violence and trick-or-treats gone wrong, there's one of the funniest trick-or-treat buckets ever, I guess. And then I watched George A. Romero's The Amusement Park, which is a film that was considered lost for a long time. It was made in 1973. It stars, oh God, that man, who plays Cuda in Martin, which is one of my favorite movies. And I would recommend Martin if you've never seen Martin, which is a terrifying George A. Romero film. The Amusement Park it's under an hour. It was made with, I think, the Lutheran Society. Okay, so everything I'm going to say tonight on this Cinemania is basically me being like, I read all of these facts, and at this point in the night, I'm not remembering anything, but I'm determined to record this anyway, and I've tried 3 times, and things keep happening. So, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm very tired. It's time for bed. We're going to cut this short. I will have more thoughts at a different time. But The Amusement Park is a film about basically don't be shitty to old people. That's not what the entire film is about, but it basically is showing like the horrors of getting older, and it does so in a very terrifying way. Reminds me a lot of George A. Romero's Season of the Witch, or Martin, or There's Always Vanilla, one of those films, and it was made in that time period, so, post Night of the Living Dead, etc. So it's a lot of fun. I'd recommend Martin if you've never seen it. It's a vampire flick unlike any other George A. Romero. It's great. And I would give Terrifier 2 out of 5 Burning Angel Wings, and The Amusement Park 3 out of 5 creepy white rooms. And that's all I got. Have a great Friday. I hope you're having a great time. Bye.